Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the Killjoy Cult channel. I'm sorry for not doing live commentary today, as I kind of wanted to chill with you guys, talk about a few things. And one of the biggest things I've noticed in the community a lot lately, even with a lot of my other friends who are doing YouTube, and that's when people are toxic to purposely get our attention. This is something that's been kind of an ongoing problem. This is an ongoing problem for everyone who does YouTube, I would imagine. It's something that kind of you don't see very often, but when you do, you just can't quite tell what the other person is thinking, and I think that's kind of where the problem comes in. You see these people who act like these degenerative troglodytes, and you don't know how to really react to them because of how they are acting. I've been looking a lot at my channel and how it's going, and so far it's going really well. I have a decent viewer to sub ratio, and I'm really enjoying myself, especially with, making other content. For example, my Red Dead Redemption 2 videos have both done fairly well, better than I expected them to at least, and it seems like you guys are really enjoying the return of my Shugoki, as well as, just me commentating over my videos as well, so I wanted to go ahead and make this one. Instead of the average Salt King content, I wanted to explain why I hate people like this, and why I'm deeming this particular gentleman as one of the Salt Kings in the series. When I see people like this go and comment on my channel, 9 times out of 10 I ignore them once they tell me that they're only here basically for attention, or that they want a 1v1 or whatever. It gets old for me, and I don't really feel like giving them time of day. But I decided I'd go ahead and give this one it because, well, you'll see for a couple of reasons. It seems like the spoiled child gene just kind of seems passed down from one Salt King to another, and with that comes a lot of retention regarding my channel. I've noticed that a lot of these people will get super upset whenever I say no to something, and or hell, even yes to something. You'll see this pretty frequently on a lot of channels and a lot of different situations, especially on my channel. But the way I've been seeing a lot of this lately, it's getting pretty crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the initial comment right here. Normally, as I said, this kind of thing doesn't bother me, but I think it kind of follows into someone just randomly talking shit, and that just annoys the hell out of me. For no reason at all other than, I'm bad at the game. Yeah, I am. I'm a terrible player when it comes to this game. I've openly admitted that in almost every one of my videos. But I'm going to show you guys the screenshots right here of how this man acted, and it's super cringy. He goes and messages me, he says, do I want to get stepped on? I just didn't know he was acting like this, and he pretty much said he was just bored. And I just pretty much told him, that's a very great way to get blocked. So I just sent him a thumbs up because he wanted to 1v1 me and said that he's a Shugoki main. And I just told him, straight up, I don't do matches against subs. Then he wanted to team up with me, and then he said he wanted to put a YouTuber in his place. That's really ballsy for someone who immediately said, hey, I want to play with you, to, hey, I just want to put you in your place. This man had the audacity to go through and talk about me being a Salt King when he didn't even know what that meant. He thought I was trying to call myself the Salt King by saying that everyone is below me and I go out looking for salt. Obviously, this man isn't apparent to what I have on my channel, and his comment is practically irrelevant because he doesn't even know what Salt King means when it comes to my series. I think pretty sure everyone knows this, but I guess I'm going to go ahead and explain it anyway. When it comes to my Salt King series, that's an episodic series of where someone gets really upsetty spaghetti with me, and then I go ahead and put them in their place and crown them the Salt King for basically being a toxic dickhead and sitting on a throne of salt, because that's the same stuff they decided to shit out of their orifices. But when it comes down to how this man acts, the reason I'm declaring him the Salt King is because he was a spoiled baby. I hate that about people. So I think when it boils down to just looking at this man and how he decided to compose himself, like I said before, it was definitely cringy. Hey, You know, I'm going to call you out and I'm going to be a toxic dickhead, but then I'm going to say, hey, I'm sorry, I really just want to play with you, and I think you should give me attention. And when I'm like, no, I don't want to give you attention, he said that he wanted to put a For Honor YouTuber in his place, and then on top of that start talking shit, saying that I'm trash and that I'm using everyone. What the hell are you talking about? I've never seen someone so ignorant of my channel, and he follows this up immediately right before by saying that he literally just came to my channel randomly and has no idea who I am practically. So, go figure. Of course, some stupid lobotomite decides to get on my channel, talk shit without ever even knowing who I am, then starts dropping random accusations that he has no idea what they even mean. This is just the For Honor community at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this man on the throne and call him what he is. That's a bitch. It's as simple as that. This man, from what I see on his PlayStation profile, it says he's in the United Kingdom. But I mean, of course, you can change your region and whatnot through various methods. But even if he is on the American servers, it's still not an excuse. Go and look at how people compose themselves on my channel versus how people compose themselves on a lot of others. I get a lot of support and a lot of hate on my channel, obviously, because I'm fairly in-depth with my Salt content and I really do love it. But all the same, I still kind of want to wean my channel off of it. This will be my first Salt video in quite some time, actually. And going and looking at how this man acted is just pathetic. Another thing that I kind of wanted to cover here is that I hate to bounce around on topics, but I guess this kind of follows in with the whole what is toxicity versus what is not toxicity in this community. A lot of people believe that spamming and emote spamming and doing all kinds of other shit is toxic. Some people even believe that just picking a character on its own is toxic, such as playing Shaman or playing Conqueror. I've never said there's a toxic playstyle. I don't really think that there is. Emote spamming can kind of be, but I've been known to do it a time or two. And I mean, you know, I'll admit my own hypocrisies when it comes to that. But when it comes to this type of shit, this is even worse than sending rage mail. One, you're pretending to be a fanboy of mine just to see if you can get my attention, and then right after that, you're gonna act like this? That's just pathetic. Why would someone go about and do this other than wanting attention because their mommy didn't give it to them? It's just being childish at its finest, at its lowest even. Take a look at how this, once again, lobotomite just is absolutely astounding me. I can't believe that people like this even exist anymore. This is something that I haven't seen since I've watched a Wings of Redemption stream, practically. Like, I don't even know how else to explain it. I hate when there are children who are so fed up with their own at-home life that they decide to come on my channel and talk shit because they don't have any control over their mommy grounding them because they didn't do their homework in high school. Yeah, you know, you might want attention, but instead of asking me for it, you need to ask your mother. You need to talk to your parents. This isn't the type of thing that I want to deal with on a daily basis, nonetheless from some dude who's not even a fan of my channel at that, who claims to be at the beginning. It's pathetic, like I said. But regardless of that topic, this is exactly how you should not act when trying to talk to someone. If you are an actual fan, which I've had some of my actual fans do this before, don't do this. This is a terrible method of getting me to message you back. And all it's going to make me want to do is put you in a video and explain to people that this is not what you should be doing. And hell, even then I'll probably end up blurring out your PSN name just because I don't want anyone to know who you are, because you were being a toxic dickhead. But for this guy, I decided to make the exception and not blur out his name. But regardless of that, we'll move on to one more little thing here, I guess. And that's that when I encounter things like this, it puts me in a very odd predicament. Because, one, I don't want to upset anyone who is an actual fan of mine or a sub of mine. But sometimes I just have to with situations like this. If you act like this, you need to understand that at the beginning, even if it's a joke, even if you're just trying to get me to message you back, I'm not going to respect you at all whatsoever. I'm not going to want to play with you ever again. I'm not going to want to associate with you at all whatsoever, period. Without any holds bar, I don't want nothing more to do with you. And that goes for basically everybody. I turn around and I take a look at my friends and me and notice that pretty much all of us have dealt with similar situations like this and similar predicaments. And I just try to smile and nod and keep going. But I figured it was about time I made a video on this. I've had actual subscribers of mine do this, like I said in the past, and then turn around and just, you know, kind of laugh it off while I'm just kind of sitting here talking to my friends about the situation, and we're all in agreement like, yeah, fuck that guy. We don't want anything to do with him. Let's not do anything with him. Because if he's doing that to me, who else has he done that to? If he's not afraid to do it to me, would he be afraid to do it to Chubbs, to Bloodwolf, to D-Skull, to anyone I used to know, like Jer, or, you know, even Spliced, CJ, Rock Dog? If he's done it to me, he might do it to anybody. And if I end up hanging out with them, then that could reflect negatively on my image, and that's something that, while doing YouTube, I do have to care for. I can't have myself associated with people like this, and they're children. Now, if you have done this to me previously in the past, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and if you feel offended by this video and the shoe fits, feel free to lace that bitch up and wear it, because I don't care about your feelings either. I'm kind of sick of having to deal with this whole charade of, you know, putting on such a good persona in my channel. And, of course, you know, I've kind of dropped that quite a bit lately. I no longer try to ride some moral high horse and take people's bullshit. Now I just kind of be me, and that's what I really like. I like to be myself. So, cheers to the new Salt King. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys very, very much. Hope you guys enjoyed the Shugoki brawls. And yeah, as always, have a good night, gentlemen. Peace.